Okay, I'm going to show you my patent pending device to convert your typical scissor type cart stand into a one-man operation. As you're familiar, if you have one of these kinds of stands, they're probably the most popular stand out there. It requires two people to get the cart from the ground up onto the stand, and then to get it back from the stand down on the ground, you need help to lift it. And usually you have two little brackets on your stand similar to this that hold the rear frame rails to keep the cart from sliding around on the stand. But basically what I've done is just gotten rid of these two stands and come up with my own device in order to allow me to lift the cart up onto the stand by myself. So basically, when you look at your stand, I've seen them configured differently. It's designed for a stand that has 1-inch square tubing. Some stands have this steering wheel, the turning wheels, on the side of the stand that has the large overhang, and the fixed wheel on the side that has the short overhang. I've also seen some stands where it's reversed, where the turning wheels are on this side with the short overhang, and the fixed wheel is on this side with the long overhang. So you're going to have to look at your stand to see how it's set up, but I've made my device so that it will work with either stand. Basically what it is it's a set of hooks that you're going to add onto your stand. It's got some holes drilled into it so you can bolt it to your stand. And then it's got a slot right here so that if you have the fixed wheel, this wheel on the long side, you just put it on and you can bolt it down without any problem. But as in the case of my stand with the fixed wheels on the short side, I had to put a little slot in it so that I could make it strong enough to support the cart so that it actually slides over this part here and it can bolt down. So basically you add one to one side, you add the other one to the other side. You're going to want approximately 58 inches from the inside of this hook to the inside of that hook, because that's the distance where it's going to mount. It's going to mount to this part. It's going to lift the frame up by this part, which holds the side bumper on either side of your go-kart. So that's usually 58 inches from this frame rail here to this frame rail here. So you want to make sure that when you drill the hole in your stand to mount it, you have 58 inches from here to here. So I'm just going to bolt this up real quick, and then I'll show you the next thing you need to do in order to adjust your cart to work. Okay, now those are tight. Now because the way this stand is designed, it folds up. It's a scissor stand. You're going to have to make it so that it doesn't fold, and you obviously want to make it a temporary situation. Obviously you could bolt it, right here or something so that it doesn't fold, but all you really need to add is a tie strap. And I'll show you how that works right here. Basically, you just wrap your tie down, and tighten it down. And then I just hooked the excess strap over here because I'm going to use that as a handle when I go to actually lift my cart up. So you basically just have a tie down strap. I can provide one, but I think you can get your own if you don't already have an extra one. And just tighten it that way so you can pick it up and it won't fold up on you. So now we just need to show you how it works. So let me put this on a tripod. And there's my cart, and I'll show you how this works. Basically, you just grab your cart by the front bumper and lift it up onto the back bumper. And you balance it there. You pull the cart in, your stand in, and you want to hook this to the bumper mount on the sides for each side. You just roll it into place, flip it up on both sides. Hook one side, hook the other side, and you let the cart just fall back down onto the stand, and it'll just stand there. Then you grab the top of the bumper, put your foot on the back axle, and just lift, and it pops up onto its stand, just like that. Pretty straightforward, real easy to do. To lower it back to the ground, you grab that loose part of the strap, and it just allows you to pick up the front of the stand from the bottom. And you just let it go back down till the bumper hits the ground. Lift it up, balance it, pull the stand out, and you're down all by yourself. Definitely a lot cheaper than a $700 stand with a battery and a motor and all of that hydraulics. And you don't have to buy a new stand. Just use your own standard scissor stand.